So in today's video, I'm going to be going over why men who go to the gym all the time still struggle to see their body change. We're going to talk about 4 things that men do that don't allow their body to change, even if they're going to the gym every single day. Most of the people that we work with in our online coaching business are not new to the gym. They're doing some type of cardio normally. They're going to the gym, pretty regularly, around 3 to 4 to 5 times a week sometimes. And they're just going to the gym, going through the motions. Okay. And that brings us to our very first point, which is really going to highlight a bunch of different things that we can get into, which is they're not really trying. Okay. Now, I have an example on today's video. One of our previous clients, or actually still current client, that has recently joined the program. And for years, Max was going to the gym. He was lifting, okay? He had been going to the gym for years and years and years at this point. But he got into a routine where he was just showing up to the workouts and not really trying to push himself. The other thing, too, is that he wasn't creating a routine that worked, okay? He was prioritizing burning a lot of calories and not necessarily getting stronger, okay? So he was optimizing for the wrong things. And that's why I say a lot of people really struggle when it comes to trying, okay? They're simply just not trying as hard as much as they should be trying in order to get the best results possible and gain strength, okay? It is not the same thing to go to the gym and just go through the motions, okay? Just do some bicep curls and not really push yourself. Your muscles will not respond if you do it this way, okay? This brings me to point number 2, is that they're not tracking macros. Now, macros, if you're not familiar, are proteins, carbs, and fats. The reason why I get very granular and really have all of our clients focus on macros is because I believe it's the most sustainable form of nutrition. It's not keto. You're not cutting carbs. You're not eliminating sugar. I am a foodie myself, and those strategies just don't work for people like me who want to have the ability to eat foods that they enjoy and live a more balanced lifestyle. So that's why I believe macros are key in order to get the best results possible. And a lot of people, they lack nutritional knowledge, they totally ignore portion sizes, and they don't plan their meals accordingly. Okay, we and with all of our clients use an app. Our app actually tracks nutrition as well. So you can track the meals that you're eating, track the specific ingredients you're making, all of that stuff. And we look at data on a week-to-week basis in order to make the best decisions possible for the client, okay, which really makes or breaks a transformation, okay? And this also goes along with the first point of not trying. A lot of people are just going through the motions. And I understand why a lot of people think that going to the gym will do something, because 9 times out of 10, you're going to see some change in the beginning, but eventually after just going through the motions, going to the gym, spending a lot of time there, not really having a routine, maybe trying to find like a swipe workout on Instagram, like you're going to realize that that is not a sustainable way to grow because there's no plan. There's no accountability to make sure that you are doing the right things. And there's really no reason for you to continue trying. You're not paying someone, you have no skin in the game, and you're just kind of showing up and going through the motions, okay? So the third point here is you're not doing the right workouts, all right? Now, there is an effective and ineffective way to change your muscle to fat ratio, okay? As I just used as an example, Max here, he was already going to the gym, doing a lot of cardio, not really pushing himself too much from a weightlifting perspective. He was just kind of doing the same workouts he had done for years. And he had never really focused on hitting PRs. He had never tried to get stronger. So despite working out all the time, I mean, he had a pretty great physique, but it's nowhere near where he is right now. And that's really what makes the biggest difference, okay? And normally people who struggle with this are focusing on cardio. They're not trying to get stronger. They're ignoring compound movements and movements that give you the most bang for your buck. And they're not really varying their routine year after year. Now, you don't need to change your workouts every week or even every month or even every 3 months. But you do need to have some variety there so that you cover your weak points and so that you're training muscle groups with a different stimulus over time, okay? Now, the last one is probably one of the biggest, and that's overeating despite burning hundreds of calories in the gym. This is one that I see that's the most common because people seem to have this idea that if I work my face off and I go to an Orange Theory class or I go do HIIT cardio or cycling or I go for a long run, I can eat whatever I want because I just burned hundreds of calories. I hate to break it to you, and this might be a tough pill to swallow, but it takes you 30 seconds to eat a 300 calorie candy bar, and it takes you more than half an hour to burn that doing cardio. You will always be able to overeat on the calories that you consume. That's a fact. In fact, when we have muscle building clients who really struggle with appetite, we make them do cardio so that they can eat more. That's actually a tactic that we use. So this is ass backwards compared to what a lot of people think and put out there, okay? You want to make sure that you're understanding the calorie intake you need. Mindless snacking, if you work from home, is definitely a huge culprit that we see all the time. And again, rewarding yourself with food because you did the activity is not a sustainable way to see body composition change. At some point or another, and you and I both know this, like in order for you to get anywhere in life, get anything, you have to sacrifice something, okay? If you want to be financially smart, you have to sacrifice maybe some of the things you want now so that you can have them in the future, right? Like if you want to make progress in anything in life, like whether you're studying to be a lawyer or a doctor, whatever it is, you have to sacrifice time with friends to study, right? It is just the normal way that things work. And people seem to not apply that. They apply it in their careers, but they don't apply that with nutrition. They think, if I do this, I should be rewarded with this. And unfortunately, that's just not how nutrition works and how your body actually functions. Okay, your body is already going to be burning a certain amount of calories per day, just functioning, moving your hands, blinking, that takes up some calories. And then calories that you burn from exercise is actually a very small portion of your total daily energy expenditure. And the last part is that you actually burn calories consuming food. So keeping all of that in mind, it is very easy for you to overeat on the calories that you burn, okay? And it's not a sustainable strategy because that's just part of your total daily energy expenditure, okay? You still need to make sure that you're not eating back calories despite seeing that on your Apple Watch that you burned 500 calories in a workout. And by the way, these are totally inaccurate. You should never use that to measure calorie burn. The only thing it's good for really is steps and heart rate. That's it. And they've proven that through studies. Now, and then the last one I want to talk about is social eating habits, okay? This is huge. There might be times in your life where you may be eating out more socially than you would otherwise, and that's okay. One of the things that we do with our clients is that we don't really call it falling off. It's more of like trading, you know, we're trading the value of things depending on where they're at in their life. Sometimes it's a busy period and you're out with clients and all that stuff. We're going to have a little bit of a trade-off there. Okay. And that doesn't mean that you're totally taking a back seat, but you are keeping one hand on the wheel to make sure that you're moving forward or at least maintaining your results. And then once that busy period is over, we step on the gas a little bit and we trade off again and we, move forward with our fitness journey. Okay. So mastering the yin and yang approach and the flexibility part of it all really makes or breaks your fitness transformation. Now, if you enjoyed this video and you want to see more trainings like this, subscribe and like. If you want to see a similar fat loss training, I'll link one right here, and I will see you on the next video on Wednesday.